Breaking news, guys. Aso Rock burst as Primate Ayodele drops dangerous prophecy on Nigerian economic hardship. Says Nigeria will blow up in 6 months. Ayodele has said that Nigeria will blow up in 6 months if nothing is done quickly about the economic hardship in the country. The man of God stated this while addressing journalists at the finals of his Thanksgiving event on Sunday, February 18. He announced that a state government is set to launch a palliative market in weeks, adding that the idea was taken from him. Ayodele hit the second edition of his palliative market recently, selling a bag of rice for as low as 20,000 naira, a huge tuber of yam for 1,000, and a pack of Indomie noodles for as low as 1,500. The man of God's warning to the government of Nigeria comes amidst economic hardship in the country, with the price of food items skyrocketing. Recall that there has been protests across Nigeria regarding the shortage of food supply and astronomical rise in the price of foodstuff, leading to protest. Bola Tinubu ordering the release of 42,000 MT of maize, millet, and other commodities from the National Strategic Reserve to address the rising cost of food. Addressing newsmen, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, the move is a temporary response to the nation's growing food crisis and the rising cost of commodities. Idris said the first one is that the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security has been directed to release about 42,000 metric tons of maize, millet, garri, and other commodities in their strategic reserve so that these items will be made available to Nigerians. 42,000 metric tons immediately. The second one is that we have held meetings with the Rice Millers Association of Nigeria, those who are responsible for producing the rice, and we have asked them to open up their stores. Meanwhile, in another news headline, a group, Religious Transparency Network (RTN), has lauded the religious and philanthropic activities of the founder of Aric Evangelical Spiritual Church, with headquarters in Lagos, Primate Ayodele, Elisha, saying the cleric has remained one of the beacons of hope in a dark world. This was contained in a release signed by the president of the association, Dr. Muhammad Yunasa Brutus, and made available to Tribuna Church. In the release, the association praised Ayodele for standing by the downtrodden, the masses of Nigeria, and helping in various ways to alleviate their suffering. The body also noted that over the years, the seer has maintained prophetic accuracy in his warnings to the nations despite the threats and negatives thrown at him. In specific, the association mentioned some of the fulfilled prophecies given by prophets, according to the release in 2015. Ayodele prophesied that nothing good would come out of the Muhammad Buhari presidency. He stated that Buhari presidency would be full of corruption. He specifically warned the former CBN governor Godwin Emefiele that he would be disgraced, arrested, and faced with legal battles. All these have come to pass. He also stated that there would be a cash crunch. This was also experienced at the African continental since Primate Ayodele warned President George that if the election in the country goes into a runoff, then he will lose. This has come to pass. George lost his second term bid and he warned against voting for the APC in Nigeria as well in 2023, saying that the economic situation in the country would worsen. He particularly warned that the dollar would become over 1,500. These have come to pass. All these are shocking fulfillment. We remember that he also said that a liter of petrol will go for over 600 and a liter of diesel would be also 1,000. He warned certain banks in Nigeria of operational charges. He warned Heritage Bank, Keystone Bank, Wema Bank, FCMB, among others, but they all refused to listen. In 2019, he paid a costly visit to the late CEO of Access Bank, Herbert Wingate, to encourage him to pray for the longevity of his life. However, the late Wingate was furious and threatened Ayodele that he would report him to the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, A.E.A. Adeboye. Today, the rest is history. In December 2023, in announcing the prophecies for this year, 2024, Ayodele warned that although the Super Eagles will see the trophy of the African Cup of Nations, they will not win it. He has warned the president of Ghana in his bid for a second term, but it appears that he has refused to listen. He warned Niger and Burkina Faso of coups, but they all refused to listen. He prophesied the economic recession in the United Kingdom. He also mentioned the ill health of the King of England. All these have come to pass. In the area of philanthropy, Ayodele has shown commitment to the welfare of widows and the downtrodden of the society. He has constantly been paying the school fees of many orphans. His philanthropy does not know religion or ethnicity. He has sent many Christians and Muslims on pilgrimage to the Holy Land of Israel, Mecca. He has started building low-cost housing units for the low-income earners, which will be paid back at a cheaper rate across 10 years. Wow, that is nice. He is also building a mosque, which he will hand over to the Muslim community. He is indeed sent from God. He represents the mind of God. We must work towards encouraging him both locally and internationally. If the nations of the world will listen to his prophecies, then the world will be a better place to live. Okay, guys, what's your take on this? Let's hear from you. Thank you.